Broadcast is a Nighthawk Network presentation. What's going on, y'all? It is the Big Buck Sports Report. I am your host, E-Buck, in the building. Like, didn't you just see me? Yeah, you did. If you tuned in earlier, I was doing my I Am Nighthawk podcast. I forgot to change my set in the back, though, so that's really going to confuse some people later on. Those of you that like to listen to the Nighthawk podcast, not so much the sports, y'all probably going to be like, man, he talk sports that long? No. Hopefully you will pay attention to actually hear about one from the other. But nonetheless, you do, you don't, you don't. It is what it is. This is the sports broadcast known as the Big Buck Sports Report. We'll be talking sports this week. A lot of football, obviously. Going to touch on the WNBA. Right now, we are actually currently in the WNBA playoffs. And let's give you a brief update on that before we go on to the show up in the show, known as the Guru's Football Section. Right now, we are at the half, and the UConn Sun, the Connecticut Sun, are up on the Lynx, the Minnesota Lynx. They are up on them 49-34 at the half, okay? At this point, if Connecticut goes on to win this final game of the first round of playoffs for them, they will be facing the New York Liberty in the second round, as this is the last game of round one of the WNBA playoffs. We already have the Aces, we already have the Liberty, and we already have the Dallas Wings in the second round of playoffs. Pretty much going as I reported it would, where the top four seeds are more than likely going to be in the second round of the playoffs, and then the real playoff begins. Don't just assume that the Aces are going to run over Dallas. Dallas has a very good squad, especially from an offensive standpoint, with the leader Arika Gugawale, and her big girl in the middle, 6'7". T-Mac definitely going to be a factor in that middle, even though they have a lot of good perimeter players on the inside for the Aces. And then they also have a very good bench production there at the Dallas Wings as well. We think of people like Odyssey Sims coming off the bench, who could definitely light it up if allowed. And then, of course, the X factor in that for the Dallas Wings, one Satu Sabale out of Oregon. She is definitely the most improved player in the league this year, without a doubt, in my mind. And she is definitely going to be a problem and a factor for Dallas in that series. Keeping in mind that Dallas did, at one point this season, beat the Las Vegas Aces, so they are capable. And then also keep in mind that there's a 5-game series in this next second round, and of course in the finals, best of 5 for those 2 rounds. I definitely think it could go 5 in that one. And then also you got UConn and New York playing in that second round more than likely, and I think that one could potentially go 5 as well. Very even teams there. I definitely got to give the Liberty, of course, a slight edge, because I think they have a better overall squad than the Connecticut Sun, although the Connecticut Sun are probably one of the better defensive teams in the league. So look forward to checking that out. A lot of those games you will definitely catch on ESPN and probably ABC as well going into that. And I do believe all the finals games will be on both ABC and ESPN, if I remember correctly. So you can check out the WNBA finals that way. In the meanwhile, folks, we are going to talk the football, and we are going to take us to the show within the show that I'm calling the Guru's Football Session. That is what we call that. And of course, it is featuring the speaking talents of one Hugh Dealey. He is the sports guru, as we call him here at the Nighthawk Network. He is going to talk to y'all about what's up. I do believe, y'all, if my people did their proper work today, we even have a new little setup for that. At least they did the artwork for it. Let's see. As I look to see if that went through properly, let me tell you guys, I appreciate y'all checking into the network and checking us out. It is a labor of love that we do this for y'all and talk the sports and all the other things we talk about. And we like to do so. And hopefully you like listening to us. And feel free to comment and give your comments as we have our discussions. So without further ado, we're giving you the Gurus football session. Soon as we put it on up here, let me collect the file for y'all. Hold on, people. That's going to be a slight issue right now. A little technical difficulty. Give me a minute while I work that out. In the meanwhile, check out the stylings of the Buck Beats here at the Nighthawk Network while we go work on that for y'all. On the Big Buck Sports Report. We will be back. Hey, what's going on, y'all? We're having a little technical difficulty bringing y'all that football session. What's going to have to happen, my friends, is we want to take an extended break and come back to you guys live and direct with said Google session. So, give me a minute to figure that out, and then we will be back with the rest of this report with the Google football session. I apologize for the inconvenience. Give us a moment. We shall return.